1458am and DAB, smart speaker, mobile app and LaicaRadio.com.
This is Laika Radio.
From the Sky News Centre at 9, a 7-year-old girl is in a life-threatening condition in hospital after being caught up in a suspected drive-by shooting in London. It happened near Euston Station around lunchtime yesterday. At least 40 people are known to have died after a plane crashed into a tourist town in Nepal. The Yeti Airlines jet was carrying 72 people, with authorities warning more bodies could be recovered. It's reported there's a split in Cabinet over whether to offer NHS workers an increased pay offer. The Observer suggests the Prime Minister and Chancellor are refusing to come up with more funding, but the Health Secretary is apparently trying to make the case for staff, as the Royal College of Nursing warns it could double the number of people walking out next month. Government Minister Mark Harper says the situation's regrettable.
We have to put detailed contingency plans in place, working with the NHS and health service managers to make sure we can still deliver safe care even on days when there are strikes. But there is clearly an impact when significant numbers of staff don't come to work.
The Labour leader's pledged to slash what he calls bureaucratic nonsense in the NHS if he gets into power. Sir Keir Starmer's warned the health service will die without reforms. Everton fans staged a protest against the club's board after their 2-1 Premier League defeat at Southampton. Frank Lampard's side haven't won a game since October. Supporters have vented their frustration at owner Farhad Moshiri and chairman Bill Kenwright.
There's been years of unrest and failure, and we just want someone to be accountable for that.
Since Moshiri's bought the club, it's just been all downhill.
It is not good enough. Bill Kenwright is not fit to be in that board. He should have went 10 years ago.
Elsewhere, Manchester United won their local derby against Manchester City 2-1. And in the Scottish League Cup, Celtic beat Kilmarnock 2-0 to reach the 6th final in 7 years. That's the latest. I'm Kat Suave.
The Premier League is back, live on Sky Sports. Don't miss out. Get both Sky Sports football channels for £18 extra a month and see all the drama.
It's unbelievable!
Class acts.
We are in the presence of greatness.
And comebacks.
What a turnaround!
It's all still to play for. We go again. Only play for football and get both Sky Sports football channels for £18 extra a month. Cancel anytime. Offer ends 26th of January. 31 days notice to cancel. Sky Q required. See sky.com for details.
Winner of Radio Station of the Year at the Asian Media Awards 2022.
Laika Radio, London.
Laika Radio weather.
Today's weather: light cloud and moderate breeze in London and surrounding areas. Top temperature 8 centigrade. Sunset is at 4:21 p.m.
Yeah.
Laika Radio.
Laika Radio.
Flight updates are brought to you by TravelUp.com. Flights, hotels and holidays.
Let's go for a flight update. All flights are as scheduled, but please check with your flight operators before heading to the airport.
Flight updates were brought to you by TravelUp.com. Lowest prices are guaranteed only when you book directly through TravelUp.com. Call 0207 580 5000. Flight updates were brought to you by TravelUp.com. Lowest prices are guaranteed only when you book directly through TravelUp.com. Call 0207 580 5000. Talking Points with Keith Vaz. Celebrating diversity. Laika, London.
Good morning and welcome to the 143rd edition of Talking Points on Laika Radio with me, Keith Vaz. Thank you, Priyanka, for a great show. As it's my first programme of this year, I've been in India gathering guests for our programme. So I say to all of you, a happy new year. I know it's a bit late. Happy birthday this week to Ami Sharma, Rahul Nayak and Chaya Gill. Let's go round the world to get some of our top news stories of the week. Our thoughts here at Laika Radio are obviously with the 7-year-old girl who was the subject of a shooting in Euston last night. With her and her family, we hope that she makes a speedy recovery. Lisa Marie Presley, the only child of Elvis Presley, who died at the age of 54, somewhat stepped out of her father's shadow with her music, but she experienced, and I quote, more than her fair share of tragedy and heartbreak in her life. Adidas has lost a court case to try and stop a fashion designer from using a 4-strip design. The sportswear giant argued that the luxury brand Tom Brown Inc.'s Four Stripes were too similar to its own stripes, but it lost. But be warned, nobody should be using our Leica motos. And Prince Charles's book Spare became... Sorry, not Prince Charles. Prince Harry's book Spare has become the most successful non-fiction book. Prince Charles hasn't written his books. King Charles has not written his book yet. It's become the most biggest selling non-fiction book in the history of publication. 1.4 million books. I actually ordered my copy before I left the country. I came back, it hadn't arrived, then I realised my wife had taken it and she started to read it. The Premier League is back, as you know. Sadly, Leicester City managed to lose to Nottingham Forest yesterday night. I hope we're going to make a quick recovery. Who invented football? Our Inventor series today, we talk about the first football. The Chinese, in fact, started kicking balls into nets in the 3rd century BC. But as we all know, football is coming home because in England, in the 19th century, that's when football really was formalised. On the programme today, we have two guests from India. My special guest on the programme is Girish Gopal, the founder of Happiness Tools and the Indian Institute of Happiness. He works on the happiness of the mind and body and has been doing research on true happiness strategies and systems for over 15 years. He's going to tell us how to be happy. We're going to stay in India for our second guest. We're going to be talking to Upendra Rai, a journalist and writer. He's the chief managing director and editor-in-chief of a new publication, the Bharat Express. This new media outlet is being launched, even though there are 700 other outlets in India today. It's going to be a challenge. But before all that, let's hear some music.
Yeah, here we go again. Authentic, original, and better than our right. Drill set, hot break, burn it back, we shall and shake up. Here now, here now. Everybody put your hands up in the air now, here now, here now. Everybody put your hands right over. Uski aankhon mein baatein, baaton mein jaadoo. Here now, here now. Here now, here now. Uski aankhon mein baatein, baaton mein jaadoo. Jaadoo mein kho gaye hum, ho gaye bekabu. I looked at you, you looked at me, aur ho gayi mushkil. And you became my destiny. तू ही मेरी मंजिल. 10 बहाने करके ले गए दिल, ले गए दिल. 10 बहाने करके ले गए दिल, ले गए दिल. 10 बहाने करके ले गए दिल. 10 बहाने करके ले गए दिल, ले गए दिल. 10 बहाने करके ले गए दिल. ये दिल तो पहले ऐसा नहीं था, किसने बहकाया ऐसा सपना दिखाया क्यों? ये आंखें मेरी देखे उसी को, सोचे बिना ही उसे अपना बनाया क्यों? जीना तो मरने से अब है कहीं मुश्किल, खुद को जो खोया तो वो हो गया हासिल. 10 बहाने करके ले गए दिल, ले गए दिल. 10 बहाने करके ले गए दिल. 10 बहाने करके ले गए दिल, ले गए दिल. 10 बहाने करके ले गए दिल. She better like a fire.
जाने हुआ है क्या, मैं तो हो गई लापता, लापता. तूने न जाने क्या जादू किया है, क्या पता, क्या पता. I looked at you, you looked at me, और हो गई मुश्किल. And you became my destiny, तू ही मेरी मंजिल.
10 बहाने करके ले गए दिल, ले गए दिल. 10 बहाने करके ले गए दिल. 10
Talking Points with Keith Vaz, celebrating diversity. Leica, London.
Back, this is Keith Vaz on Talking Points on Leica Radio. I hope you enjoyed the music that was Das Bahani by Sean. It's a happy new year, but are you feeling happy? What makes you happy? My special guest on the programme today is Girish Gopal, the founder of Happiness Tools and the Indian Institute of Happiness. Girish works on the happiness of the mind and body and has been doing research on true happiness strategies and systems for over 15 years. He has implemented various happiness strategies on thousands of clients around the globe, and his clients include children, adults, couples, corporate leaders and institution leaders. I met him in New Delhi, and he certainly made me happy. He's known as the happiness guru and has helped clients understand happiness. He has contributed immensely to the entrepreneurial world by conducting transformational leadership and enterprise development programs. He joins me this morning from the old Bangalore, but the new Bangalore, and he is here. It's actually afternoon there, isn't it, Girish? Good afternoon, Girish.
Very, very happy afternoon, Keith.
Thank you for joining us. I'm afraid it's very cold in Canary Wharf today. My little nose, which was very brown in Delhi when we met, has gone a little pink with all the chill. So you are the Institute. You are Mr. Happy. You are the happiness guru. You hold a degree in electronics and a master's in personal management. So it's not the kind of career path one would expect. When did you decide that electronics and personal management was not the future for you, but actually happiness was?
Yes. So what happened, Keith, was I was actually conducting a sales training program because of my personal management background for a team of around 50 people. And there's an activity, it was just an activity and nothing else. I asked people how many people really want to be happy in their lives, right? And everybody put their hand up and said, hey, what a stupid question. I mean, we're all living to be happy, aren't we, right? And then I asked them, there are 50 people, age group of around 35 years old, to write down 10 points of what really made them happy. This activity was supposed to be for 5 minutes. Around 70% of the people took around half an hour to write down 10 points on what makes them happy. And that amazed me. I said, if a person is thinking about what is going to make them happy, how are they even going to achieve it? So where's the problem? Is the problem in the education system? Is the problem in the nurturing system? Is it in the society mainframe? I was very confused. And that is when, and I went out after the training program and I asked a few more people, and they said, they all paused. They said, nobody ever asked us what makes you happy.
Sure.
That's when I started.
Now, help me with this, Girish. I'm looking across the studio. My producer, Sheena, is not looking particularly happy, and my editor, Adam, is not looking happy. What can we do to cheer them up and make them look happy? What's the instant response to get them to put a smile on their face?
Yeah, see, that is what the world expects, instant response. But what happens, Keith, is everybody is designed differently. For somebody, it might be dancing. For somebody, it might be music. For somebody, it might be just a hug. For somebody, it might be just a tap on the back. You know, everybody is designed differently. So happiness systems of everybody is different. So you cannot use a formula which is for one for the other person at all. Now that is where we make the biggest mistake in this world. Right? So now, understanding your design is very, very important, and everybody is unique. You are unique, I am unique. I mean, the people who are working with you there in the studio, each one of them is unique.
Right. Now, you and your team have invented eMedica, a device which is it designed to help people become happier? Or what's the purpose of this equipment that you put together?
Yes. True happiness can be achieved only from the happiness of the mind and body. Now, I was working for many years on the mind, and I did not have a tool for the body, actually. A healthy body makes a healthy mind and a happiness as well. So my childhood friend Hemant came up, had a challenge in his family, and he's an inventor, he invented this device, eMedica. Now, eMedica works on our body cells. Our body is made up of cells. I mean, our heart, liver, everything, our full body is made up of cells. And every cell works on a particular voltage, which we are taught in school, but we forget that. So we are electrified, right? We are a powerhouse of electricity, actually. And every cell has a particular frequency on which it works. So a disease is nothing but a malfunction of a cell, and that's why you have a medicine. Now, this device has voltages, frequencies, and current in it, by which it enables the cell to function better. It repairs the cell, and when the cells have the ability to function better, a disease can be reversed over a period of time.
Right.
If you're having a medication with it also, it is brilliant. So
okay.
It is a non-invasive device.
We are not going to try it out on any of the people at Leica Radio as yet, but maybe in the future. This is Keith Vaz on Talking Points on Leica Radio. I'm having a fascinating conversation with Girish Gopal, the happiness guru, who's contributed to bringing happiness to the world. At the moment, what I would murder for, I wonder whether that's the right term, is a cup of coffee. And that'll certainly make me happy. But in the meantime, let's take a short break.
Leica Radio.
Mufasa, you know you sold the car, right?
What?
You know you sold the car, right? Just sold my car. Do we buy any car?
Just sold my car. Do we buy any car? Just sold my car. Do we buy any car?
To find out how much your car's worth in 30 seconds, enter your reg number now at WeBuyAnyCar.com. Admin fee may apply. For more information, visit WeBuyAnyCar.com/info.
Planning to travel? Cover your trip with Holiday Risk Worldwide Travel Insurance. Our policies cover COVID if you test positive before your trip and need to cancel. 24 hours medical assistance abroad, personal belongings, gadget cover, and much more. T's and C's apply. Holiday Risk is regulated by the FCA. We've got you covered. Competitive prices online. Book now at holidayrisk.com. Are you covered?
इस कड़कड़ाती ठंड में एक बढ़िया कड़क गर्मा गर्म चाय मिल जाए तो आए हाय मजा आ जाए।
अरे समझो हो गया, रॉयल चाय है ना, अब भी बन जाएगी। सिर्फ पैकेट खोलो और गर्म पानी में घोल लो, चाय तैयार, वो भी रॉयल टेस्ट के साथ। रॉयल चाय, झटपट, कहीं भी कभी भी।
This is a 30-second ad. That's not long, but it's long enough to do something that could save you money on your energy bills. In 30 seconds, you can turn your boiler flow temperature down to 60 degrees. Or switch off unused appliances. Dial down the temperature on your washing machine or swap in an energy-saving light bulb. Each one you do will be 30 seconds well spent. They all add up and could save you hundreds of pounds. Visit gov.uk/save energy for more energy-saving ideas.
Every search you make, every click you take, they'll be watching you.
Tired of companies watching everything you do online? There's actually a simple solution. DuckDuckGo. It's an all-in-one privacy app with a built-in private search engine, web browser, one-click data clearing, email protection and more. All for free. Download the app today and get comprehensive privacy protection with the push of a button. DuckDuckGo. Privacy simplified.
Let's get ready to rumble! Let's get ready.
Are you ready? Ready for Sykes? Unique holiday cottages across the UK. Selected by Sykes, perfect for you. Rated excellent on Trustpilot. Get ready to explore. Get ready to relax. Get ready for Sykes. Get ready to book your next holiday at sykescottages.co.uk.
The personalities that matter with Keith Vaz on Talking Points.
Leica Radio.
Welcome back. This is Keith Vaz on Talking Points on Leica Radio. I'm talking to Girish Gopal, the founder of Happiness Tools and the Indian Institute of Happiness, the happiness guru. Just to reassure those from Buckingham Palace who are listening into Leica Radio, I'm very clear, this is Prince Harry's book, not King Charles's book. Chill, be happy. That's the next book to come, I'm sure. Girish, let's talk about happiness planning. You've written a book, Happiness to True Abundance, The Journey of Abundance. Is it possible to plan to be happy at any particular time of day? Like yesterday, for example, I wasn't watching because we couldn't see it live. I was listening to the score, Nottingham Forest versus Leicester. I became very, very happy and then very, very sad when Nottingham Forest scored their second goal. Can we plan to be happy during a day?
So, happiness 100% is absolutely not possible. I think happiness is a percentage. You will feel bad, you will feel sorry, you will get hurt. 100%, that is going to happen every single day. But you should know what really is your trigger. Right? Everybody has a different trigger. For example, for me, dancing is a trigger. So anytime I get angry, what I do, I tell the person, please excuse me. I go to the bathroom or somewhere. I dance for some time. I come back. I have recharged my happiness. And when I look at a particular situation, I look at it from a different point of view. So happiness is like charging and discharging. When you feel bad, your happiness is discharged. When you do a happy activity, your happiness is increased. So you should know your happy activities at your fingertips. And if you know that, you can handle any situation in this world and at least achieve 70% happiness.
When we were having coffee at the Taj Mahal in New Delhi and you disappeared for those 10 minutes, you were actually going to the toilet to have a quick dance, were you?
No, that was biological chemistry. I was very happy being with you, Keith.
Maybe I should be in your next book. Girish, how important... Advise Leica Radio, the management of Leica Radio. How important is happiness in a business setup? What would you tell us to be happy? Now, I came in this morning, bit cold, came in, saw my producer, saw Sheena, saw my editor, Adam, and I felt very happy, very sort of lively. How important is it in business? In our daily lives, of course it's happy. You have to be happy. You want to be happy. But what about business? Should you be happy in business?
In fact, it is the most important thing, Keith. Because if your employees are happy, they will do work with passion from the bottom of their heart. They'll feel like coming to work. I mean, they should not be coming to work to get paid the salaries. They should come to work because they enjoy working. And that is going to happen only if you as a business leader is going to create a happy environment for them to work. Right? So environments play a very important role in an employee's happiness. And if they are happy, I mean, you can always achieve your targets. You can always achieve your bottom lines. No problem at all. So I think happiness is very important.
Yeah, I'm not sure we can sell to people at Leica, come to work, be happy, but don't get paid. I think it's an interesting concept, but we need to get something in our bank accounts. What's the next step? What's the next step? What's the future for the Happiness Guru? Because obviously, whenever we see you, you've got a lovely picture of you with a little hat on your head. It's a pork pie hat. And I always smile when I see it. What's next?
My future plans, in fact, I am working on a system for the country's happiness. I believe we people have to now wake up and also contribute towards the country's happiness. It's not only the issue of leaders, right? Leaders are trying their best, but understand until people do not come together and create a system by which they contribute towards the country's happiness, it's not going to work. In fact, I have developed a system. For the last 5 years, I've been working on the system. And I'm also talking to various world leaders by which they can come together and we could create a happier world in the future.
But just to be clear, there are some governments, Girish, that have ministers for happiness, don't they? When you told me this, I couldn't quite believe it. There's a minister for the National Health Service in some countries and a minister for happiness. That's true.
Yes, in Dubai you have a Minister for Happiness. In India, in MP, you have a person who's responsible for happiness in the department, yes.
And I suppose when they attend the cabinet meetings...
There's not much work happening. In fact, happiness being the most important thing, there should be a lot of focus on these departments to do a lot of activities, but that's not happening as of now.
Absolutely. I think in future, when Mr. Modi reshuffles his cabinet, definitely Girish Gopal is going to be the Secretary of State for Happiness. Girish, it's been a pleasure talking to you. Thank you for joining us today. We always ask our guests to choose a song that means something to them and to dedicate it to someone special. What song would you like to choose and who would you like to dedicate it to?
I love Dan's song, Suraj Ke Baahon Mein, is a beautiful, energetic song. I believe energy is very important. You should enjoy nature and love. And I would dedicate it to my love of my life, my wife, and my 2 angel daughters, who make me what I am today.
What are their names, the angel daughters?
Ishana, she is studying in Melbourne, and Kashvi, she's in 10th standard in Bangalore, and my wife is Kirti.
Wonderful. Well, thank you so much for joining us. Good luck with your vision and carry on keeping people happy. Let's hear Girish Gopal's song.
सूरज की बाहों में अब है ये जिंदगी किरने हैं सांसों में बातों में रोशनी सूरज की बाहों में अब है ये जिंदगी किरने हैं सांसों में बातों में रोशनी जो ही बदली दिल की ताल है आहा आया एक ख्याल है आहा पाते हमें जिंदगी एक बार क्यों न करे खुल के हम इसका प्यार जाने किसका है हमें इंतजार कि जिंदगी यही है और यही जो भी कब तक बस आरज़ू सांसों में बातों में रोशनी सूरज की बाहों में अब है ये जिंदगी किरने हैं सांसों में बातों में रोशनी नए नए सपने जो बन सके उसी जिंदगी को कहो जिंदगी नए नए रास्ते जो चुन सके चलती हो झूम के चलती हो वो है जिंदगी सूरज की बाहों में अब है ये जिंदगी किरने हैं सांसों में बातों में रोशनी सूरज की बाहों में अब है ये जिंदगी किरने हैं सांसों में बातों में रोशनी पाते हमें जिंदगी एक बार क्यों न करे खुल के हम इसका प्यार जाने किसका है जिंदगी यही है और यही सूरज की बाहों में अब है ये जिंदगी किरने हैं सांसों में बातों में रोशनी सूरज की बाहों में अब है ये जिंदगी किरने हैं सांसों में बातों में रोशनी सूरज की
Keith Vaz on Talking Points. Leica.
Leica Radio.
Traffic and travel.
I'm Michael Page. Looks like the M25 clockwise has reopened at the QE2 bridge. All traffic was held before the bridge, but they've just released it now, so it should start to ease up quite quickly. In West London, the M4 Heathrow Spur is getting busy heading into the airport. In the north at Cricklewood, the A5 Edgware Road remains closed both ways because of an accident between the Esso petrol station and Humber Road. But in South London at Dulwich, the accident on the South Circular Lordship Lane has been cleared. On the trains, engineering work today means that buses are replacing South Eastern services from Lewisham to both Orpington and Dartford via Sidcup. And that's the latest traffic and travel.
What does paradise sound like? The lapping of the Caribbean Sea against golden sands? A cocktail arriving right on time? A 14-night P&O Cruises Caribbean holiday for £86 per night with premium accommodation, incredible dining, entertainment for all ages with flights and transfers included as standard. Yeah, that sounds like paradise to me. Get more holiday for your money with P&O Cruises. Subject to availability based on 2 per cabin, early saver fare, K324A PF grade, conditions apply.
This is Leica Radio.
सस्ती से सस्ती फ्लाइट्स और हॉलिडे पैकेज चाहिए तो 24 घंटे 7 दिन किसी भी समय ट्रैवल हब का नंबर मिलाइए फॉर क्रूज टेलर मेड हॉलिडे होटल बुकिंग्स एंड हनीमून पैकेजेस हमसे सस्ता कहीं नहीं मिल सकता कॉल ट्रैवल हब 24/7 on 0208-782-8833 or visit travelhubltd.co.uk.
Travel Hub, best service with unbeatable price.
At all protected.
Visit travelhubltd.co.uk.
Haldiram brings you the most loved Indian sweets which are freshly made in UK. Now order your favorite Haldiram products online only on haldiramuk.com. Also available at your local Asian store at super special prices.
The one thing COVID did give us, digital transformation. If you're serious about digital growth and would like a tactical approach to your digital marketing, then remember the name Hearty Hanks. With over 20 years experience and a proven track record, we have the talent and know-how to deliver online success. Hearty Hanks, experts in consultancy, branding, design, e-commerce, search and social. Call Hearty Hanks today on 020 8827 1600 or visit hhdigital.uk. Hearty Hanks, your partners for digital success.
I've just sold the car and it only took me 30 seconds to get a quote from We Buy Any Car.
You know what that means? We're getting a bigger car.
Just sold my car to We Buy Any Car.
Hey.
Just sold my car to We Buy Any Car. Just sold my car to We Buy Any Car.
To find out how much your car's worth in 30 seconds, enter your reg number now at WeBuyAnyCar.com. Admin fee may apply. For more information, visit WeBuyAnyCar.com/info.
As the cost of living is rising, your earnings need to do as well. SBI UK has got great news for your savings. SBI UK Instant Access Savings Account can earn you 1.7% with flexible access of your deposits. And if you go for fixed deposits, then your savings can earn you up to 4.35%. Terms and conditions apply. For more details, visit sbiuk.com. SBI UK is serving its customers in the UK for over 100 years now. SBI UK is regulated by the FCA and PRA.
WH Foundation and Trident Communications presents a grand fashion show with live performance by Bollywood singer Shahid Maliya. On Saturday, 28th of January at Osterley Park Hotel with dinner and DJ entertainment, Bollywood dance, exhibition and much more, hosted by Kajal from Leica Gold Radio. Book your tickets on Eventbrite or call 07543 633 486. Media partners Leica Gold and Leica Radio.
Radio Wally.
Come and join me on the roller coaster every Monday to Friday evening from 7 till 10, where we go on a journey of music, musty and madness, an hour for your 90s at night, as well as those noughties at night. Every weekday evening from 7 o'clock on Leica Radio. Mucho pyar.
Radio Wally.
I'm a hitman, pull out the
All my lover boys in the house, can I see you put them hands in the air? पहली नजर में ही मैं हिल गया ढूंढा था जिसको मुझे मिल गया पहली नजर में ही मैं हिल गया ढूंढा था जिसको मुझे मिल गया तू पीछे पड़ा है तू जिद पे अड़ा है क्या कहते हैं तुझको तेरे डैडी आऊंगा निकम्मा दोबारा मत पूछना निकम्मा किया इस दिल ने किया है निकम्मा निकम्मा किया इस दिल ने किया है दोबारा मत पूछना
Bottle on bottle, hot body on body. We can take it back to mine for an after party. You with the six-pack, girls going out track. Hit it, hit it, hit it, the queen is back. But bad, bad boy, you come my way. With all that action, I need her to play. Make way, make way, make way. I'm heading to the top, and I'm here to stay.
पूछना।
Liverpool investments are subject to market risk. Read all scheme-related documents.
Talking Points with Keith Vaz, celebrating diversity. Leica, London.
Welcome back. This is Keith Vaz on Talking Points on Leica Radio. India has over 500 satellite channels, more than 80 news channels, and 70,000 newspapers. It's the biggest newspaper market in the world, with over 100 million copies sold every single day. This new year, we have a brand new news outlet being launched in India. It's called the Bharat Express, and we've got an exclusive for Leica Radio today. The first time we're going to be interviewing in the UK the new owner of that outlet. My special guest is Upendra Rai, a journalist and writer. He's the chief managing director and editor-in-chief of Bharat Express News Network. He was born in the village of Sherpur in Ghazipur in Uttar Pradesh. He started his career as a correspondent in 1997 while pursuing his graduation at the University of Lucknow. He's worked on path-breaking stories relating to taxation, business, politics, and, of course, entertainment. He's won numerous awards in business and in journalism. He successfully raised Sahara India Media, Star News and the CNBC Awaaz through his services and leadership. And now, of course, he's got the Bharat Express, which sounds like a train, or maybe it is a train, moving out into the distance. Let's go to New Delhi in India. It's good morning from me, but good afternoon to you, Upendra Rai.
Yeah, good morning, Keith. Thanks for having me for your show. It's a pleasure to be talking to your listeners. And really, it's a pleasure.
Well,
How are you?
I'm very well. Now, you've got 25 years of successful journalism behind you. You've been an award winner. You've been extraordinarily successful. Why have you started? Why have you decided to start another news outlet?
Keith, actually, India entered this century news media revolutionizing the way Indian consume news content, and while print journalism is still proved resilient, unlike in many other news markets with approximately, as you said, 70,000 publications and around, as you mentioned, 500 TV news channels, most of which are in regional languages. However, we seem to witnessing another tectonic shift in Indian news market for past decade or so. Basically, in India, we are seeing so many news channels, and all are based on nowadays the stories, they all are based on views, but somewhere news is went behind. So I am planning to bring news in mainstream, and I will try my level best, where views will be less and news will be more.
Yeah.
So if you want to see a news channel, you will start from 5 p.m. in the evening and till the late night.
And is it going to be Upendra?
Are going on.
Upendra, is it only going to be news? I mean, I find when I read the Indian media, there's very little foreign news in that, because India is, of course, a continent. They call it a subcontinent, but it's the second most populous country on Earth. And therefore, Indians are more interested in what's happening in Lucknow than they are in Leicester. Is this primarily going to be about the capital city and New Delhi, or is it going to be news from all over India?
Yeah, actually, this is the entire issue. You asked a very good question. Basically, a TV news channel, I can say there are 14, 15 mainstream national and international natures of the news channels, and those are just running for TRPs. As you mentioned that they are not showing the news, the UP capital of UP is the Lucknow and national capital is Delhi, but they are playing entire day and night what is happening in Ukraine, what is happening in Taiwan, what is happening in the other country, but the real story they are not showing. They are showing only war kind of story. They are showing what kind of hatred, what kind of bombing, what kind of entire negative news wheel.
Yeah.
They are saying, and they are trying to stand upon day and night, and they are repeating again and again and again.
Yeah.
So my idea and my whole story to bring the news for the local centric, for the country, for those people who wants to connect with news. They want to benefit. They want to be benefited from the news, from the local part of the region, from their national capital, from their local capital, from the capital of the way you mentioned that UP is the biggest state where 24,000 people are staying. But
Understood.
The UP-centric channels, they are not getting any news from the UP.
Upendra, tell me this. I mean, obviously it's a news channel, but one of the biggest interests of people in India is sport, as you know. Is there going to be any space in the Bharat Express for cricket and football and all these other kabaddi, all the sports that really are of interest, or is it just pure news?
Of course, cricket is a religion in India, and cricket is the biggest liked game in this country. And I can say whenever cricket start, either it's IPL, either it's the ICC match, international match, most of the population are just stick with the screen. So it's our commercial call also, and it's our public and viewers demand also. Of course, when cricket will start, we'll go for cricket. When football will start, FIFA will start, we'll go for the football also. And other games also, because so many leagues has been started in India and they are very successful.
Yeah. Final.
And people are liking to see them.
Yes. Yeah. Couple of final questions. First of all over the world, newspapers are losing revenue because people are relying on social media. They get their news from news alerts. They go to the websites. I do that myself. I have not bought a newspaper, actually, since I was in Goa a few weeks ago, and I bought the Herald there. But by and large, I get everything from my phone. Is it going to be tough launching the Bharat Express at a time when newspaper revenue and satellite revenue is going down?
Very good question, Keith, you asked to me. I was just listening a speech of two very renowned business personalities from our country. One Mr. Mukesh Ambani and one Mr. Gautam Adani. Both were focusing that in coming 10 to 15 years, Indian economy will grow up to 14 trillion. Mr. Ambani told that up to 2040, Indian economy will be cross $14 trillion economy. And Mr. Gautam Adani interviewed by Mr. Rajat Sharma in his popular show Aapki Adalat, where he mentioned that in 15 years of a time, Indian economy will grow up to $13 trillion, more than $30 trillion, sorry. So, I can say in this particular time frame after COVID, each and every publication, each and every TV channels, they have seen decreasing trends in their revenue streams. But presently, I can say India is on fantastic growing path, and each and every house, business house, each and every small MSME, TV channels and newspapers, I can say they are resuming their earlier growth, and I can say top 5 channels of this country are showing profit also.
Yeah. Final.
Of course, there is a challenge, and that challenge will always in front of anyone.
Yeah.
Anyone who is in media space, print media space, digital space. But one more thing I want to say, nowadays this smartphone is the magic instrument in our hand.
Sure.
Those who are not going to digitize their entire content, and those who are not going to convert themselves as a content creation company, those companies are going to left behind and they are going to left over. No one going to help them. If you want to make money, you have to take the help of this instrument.
Yep.
And you have to digitize your entire content.
Upendra, sorry, I'm going to have to stop you because...
Who can take this and can see this on mobile.
Yeah, I'm going to have to stop you because we are running out of time. I know somebody once said to me that time was infinite, so you can never run out of time. Yes. But I'm up against the wall because the programme has to end very soon, and we got the lovely Sheena joining us after 10 o'clock. Very final question, and can you keep it very brief, if I can say to you, as the editor-in-chief of this great news outlet? Young people really matter. We know this from Leica Radio. How do you make young people the subject, the focus of what you're doing? Because, of course, if you look at the demographics of India, young people are in the majority.
Yeah, I got your point. Keith, if you will allow me, I would like to speak few points in Hindi.
Not really. Just 30 seconds in English, please.
Okay, of course. Our Prime Minister, Mr. Narendra Modi, used to talk his Man Ki Baat on radio. And I can say that Man Ki Baat is the most popular radio show in the world. Because the kind of listenership of that program, Man Ki Baat, is highest ever in the world. And when I was in childhood, I got this instinct, I will make my career in news. My father used to listen BBC. And I used to sit next to him and I started listening when I was in class 6. So, still radio is a very, very popular medium. And when FM came, it revolutionized so much.
Yeah.
And each and every household, each and every car, each and every mobile instrument, it is available everywhere.
Upendra, we're gonna have to leave it there, I'm afraid. This has been a fascinating... Sorry, we're going to have to leave it there. It's been an amazing interview. Thank you so much for joining us today. It's been a pleasure talking to you. We always ask our guests to choose a song that means something special to them. So for this, your first interview on British radio, launching your new outlet, Bharat Express, what song would you like to choose?
Since childhood, my first favorite song is Tere Bina Zindagi Se Sikwa To Nahi. It's come from film Andhi. It was released in 1975.
Lovely. Upendra Rai, thank you for joining us on Leica Radio from London today, talking to you in New Delhi. Good luck with your amazing enterprise. Good luck to the Bharat Express.
Thank you so much, Keith. Thank you so much.
Talking Points. Leica.
Punjab National Bank International Limited launches mobile app for personal customers. Whether you want to send money to India or view your latest balance, do that on the go. Simply download our app for free from your mobile app store. Terms and conditions apply. For more details, please visit
www.pnbint.com. Deposit protection from FSCS. Authorised by the PRA and regulated by FCA and PRA.
Hi. I'm Dr. Jeeves Vijay Surya. Over the winter, viruses can spread and cause greater harm. If you are aged 50 or over, pregnant or at higher risk, for example, because of a health condition, it's not too late to get your NHS COVID-19 and flu vaccines. Vaccines protect you and your loved ones against serious illness. Book yours today by calling 119 or online at www.nhs.uk/winter vaccinations.
I've just sold my car.
All right.
I got a quote in 30 seconds from We Buy Any Car. Drove to my local branch in 13 minutes. And cash is getting sent to my bank.
Oh, nice.
Just sold my car to We Buy Any Car.
Just sold my car to We Buy Any Car.
To find out how much your car's worth in 30 seconds, enter your reg number now at WeBuyAnyCar.com. Admin fee may apply. For more information, visit WeBuyAnyCar.com/info.
MantraHolidays.co.uk presents 2023 Travel Destination Catalogue. Scotland from only £345. Tulip Gardens Holland from only £299. With great Indian food and Schengen visa services available, call on 020-3773-6333. That's 020-3773-6333. MantraHolidays.co.uk.
Every search you make, every click you take, they'll be watching you.
Tired of companies watching everything you do online? There's actually a simple solution. DuckDuckGo. It's an all-in-one privacy app with a built-in private search engine, web browser, one-click data clearing, email protection and more. All for free. Download the app today and get comprehensive privacy protection with the push of a button. DuckDuckGo. Privacy simplified.
When I wrote my will, I looked after my family first, but then I added one last wish. To help Marie Curie be there for people with a terminal illness, like my husband Fred, to help others like him get the end-of-life care they desperately need.
Please help Marie Curie give more people their last wish by adding one last wish to your will. We can even help you write it for free. Search Marie Curie Wills now.
The personalities that matter with Keith Vaz on Talking Points.
Leica Radio.
Time's up for this week. I hope you enjoyed the programme. My thanks to Girish Gopal and Upendra Rai for joining us today. Special thanks to my researcher Shridula, editor Adam, and my producer Sheena. Sheena is with me now. She follows the news and she'll be on between 10 and 1. Sheena, are you feeling happy?
I'm quite excited. In fact, after the show, definitely I'm happy. And happiness is a journey. It's not a destination.
So what makes you happy? I'm dying for a cup of cafe latte. What makes you happy? What's
I think
an
that'll make me I need some caffeine, so that'll make me happy too.
So what have you got on the show today?
So we talk about New Year resolutions, right? People basically, you see before New Year, just on the very first day, they'll have so many resolutions, in their bucket. I want to do this, I want to do that. So I'm going to just take a stock from the listeners, where they are, because we're in the mid of the month. And whenever I go to gym, it's like overcrowded. I don't know whether you see this. Everyone is just jumping around. They want to just lose weight, especially on January month. So first of all, do you believe in New Year resolutions or not?
I do, but I don't recognise going to gym as a concept.
Is it?
My Jimmy is walking from Canary Wharf Station across the bridge and to here.
So what was something special that he was stating about?
Oh, I saw the globe. Somebody has put the globe, the giant globe, in the middle of the canal at Canary Wharf. So you arrive and you think the world has fallen out, and then you realise you're actually walking on the globe. So my New Year's resolution is always eat less.
Eat less.
I think that'll be the majority. Yeah, majority of your resolutions will always be eating less.
Eating less, yeah. I agree with that as well. But then when I see food, then that New Year resolution goes somewhere else.
Yeah.
But it's I think the consistency. Mine is always like reset. That's
really?
it. Yeah.
And does it work? Do you actually tick yourself off in July?
Yes, obviously. I do it every month rather than have a short-term goals. Yeah, so I don't want long-term goals like I want to achieve this. Have short-term goals and then see where it lands. But then I'm going to ask people where they are, because a lot of them will be in their kitchens or they'll be driving and then they'll be thinking about, oh, this is what I decided. So it's just a stock update and Bollywood.
So Sheena is really the resolutions guru. We've had the happiness guru and now we've got the resolutions guru. So listeners, please stay tuned. It's a fabulous show. I love it. I listen to it as I'm going home. Sheena is on at 10 o'clock after the news. This has been Talking Points on Leica Radio with Keith Vaz, broadcasting from London. To end today's programme, we'll be listening to Shah Rukh Khan's new song, Jume Jo Pathaan, which has already been listened to 100 million times on YouTube. I hope you have a great Sunday.
मोहब्बत करनी है हमने मोहब्बत की है इस दिल के अलावा किसी से भी ना हमने इजाजत ली है हुनर है ये भी इश्क का किसी किसी को आता है जान लुटा के दुश्मन की हमने हिफाजत की है बात करते हैं हजारों तजुर्बा हमें यारों बात करते हैं हजारों है तजुर्बा हमें यारों ऐसी है बांध लूं मुझ पे वो झूमे जो पठान मेरी जान महफिल ही लुट जाए दे दे जो जुबान मेरी जान उस पे मर मिट जाए दुश्मन पे हम मरते हैं यार अब की बार तरीका हम बताएंगे तरीका हम बताएंगे यार कर दे जो इशारा इशारा दिल में दे दूं दोबारा यार कर दे जो इशारा दिल में दे दूं दोबारा यार का नशा चढ़ा दुश्मन गले लग जाए